Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, we're gonna talk about this thing that I just got from Subiworks. It's the in-tunnel hydraulic clutch conversion. Comes with a nice little stainless braided hose, a reservoir. I'm not sure if I'll use it because I already have my car set up for a dual reservoir. It's got the bracket to mount master cylinder, some bolts and stuff, maybe a couple fittings. Let's dive in and check this out. If you don't have one of these, you should probably get one because these things are freaking awesome, man. My uncle was just recently up in the mountains. He didn't have any tools on him. He broke a brake line. Well, he got creative. Took the brake line, folded it in half, clamped this bitch on there, and then boom, he was able to drive out of there with brakes. Not all of them, but most of them. These things are cool. They're universal, badass. Leatherman, do it. You know you want to. Let's crack this stuff open. All right, there's the braided line. Looks like we've got some banjo fittings here, an adapter. Not sure where this goes, but I'm guessing this goes on the slave cylinder in the back, and this probably goes on the master is what I'm assuming. All right, there's that reservoir I was talking about. I don't think I'm gonna be using this, but whatever. Here's the bracket. So, wow, they used some pretty thick material on this thing. This ain't gonna flex or nothing. I was half tempted to make one of these and try to do my own thing with a Willwood master cylinder, but it's too much time fabricating some stuff. Oh, I gotta sharpen my damn blade. All right, here's the clutch master cylinder. So this bitch probably goes in like this. All right, everybody loves hose. So this looks like a bulkhead of some sort. I'm not sure where this is going or what it's doing, but we'll have to figure this crap out. Whoa. Scissors that fairly work. All right, some hardware. And these are for mounting this. I wonder how come I got an extra nut. Maybe that's for this to mount on. Yeah, okay. So the extra nut looks like what I'm assuming is it's for when you mount this piece onto here. So yeah. One thing I'm going to make a note of that we're going to modify a little bit is just how close this sits against this plate. I plan on putting my electric tool in there to set this just because it'll go faster than a ratchet or something. So we're going to do a little clearancing right here. So I hit it with my grinder real quick and we got the clearance we are looking for. You can see that a socket, if you go on the right way, fits really good and lots of clearance. So fuck yeah. So I'm not sure what's going on here, but to me this looks kind of funky. Just kind of looking at this, you can kind of tell that this clutch master is angled to how it's mounted to the deal, like it's kind of tilted up, right? So let's pull the clutch lever back, right? Okay, so if I was to mount this to this, I don't know if you can see that. That does not look good, in my opinion. And I don't know if I mean, how else could you put this together? You just mount this to this, and then this goes to that. So it's like, you know, it's a two-step process, right? Why is this? Is there a modification I'm supposed to do to this lever here? I don't know. But this is pretty funky to me. It looks right Maybe I should just tack on a washer and call it a day. I don't know. But I kind of think this is a little funky because, you know, I think this is sold as like a, hey, you could just cut in your tunnel and then pop this and then you're good to go. But I'm not gonna run it like this. Like, that looks like crap. So there's the access cover that I cut out with the air-cooled kit from Airkewld. Pretty cool people over there. Here's the tool that I used to make that happen. This thing's freaking bad. I'm not really gonna be able to get a good shot on this because my fat head is gonna be like right there trying to see what I'm doing. So I'm not gonna show that part, but I am gonna show it after I install it, and we'll see how that looks up and see if that shaft is still binding into the master cylinder. I got this boot off right here. You can see how the shaft is going in at a slight angle into the master. Sorry, lighting kind of sucks. When I push this in, it binds up right there onto that little sealing washer that's in the master. What I'm thinking is, so if I take this and shift this up maybe a half of an inch onto that cam lever, that will be good to go. Now, this is probably more than enough throw to disengage the clutch, but I kind of don't want that washer to be a wear point or the limit on how much throw this can have. I'd rather it be the clutch itself or like the slave cylinder. So we're gonna do a little bit of modifications on here. I don't know what yet, but we're gonna do it. So this is what I'm seeing. With it resting right about there, you can kind of see the center line of the shaft going right down the center line of the bore. That looks good, I dig that. If we have this in here, you can see it go to a bind instantly, right? So what I'm gonna do, and I don't know if I'm even gonna be able to get this bracket on because it's kind of a tight fit fitting over this this cam right here, this arm. But we're gonna cut this chunk off and we're gonna extend it to where it fits right here. If it doesn't work, we'll just cut it back off and redo it. So whatever. So we extended the arm a little bit, got it all fit up. I ended up welding on some metal and drilling it out. And we get full stroke with no wear on that washer in there. So we are good to go. Well, I guess the next step is to toss this bitch in there and make this work. I'm not really gonna show this happening because I don't think I'm gonna get a really good shot while I'm trying to fit this in there. You would see a good shot of my ass if I had the camera sitting there. But yeah, we're not gonna do that. So I'm just gonna throw this bitch in there and then we'll run the line back to the slave cylinder. And since the arm is extended, it's harder to put the bracket on over it just because of the way the fitment is. So what you're gonna have to do is leave this bolt barely inserted into the threaded portion of the tunnel. That way it's not protruding. So that way you can get the bracket on. Just finished up routing the cable or the hose up to the master cylinder, and so I kind of cheaped out and got the air-cooled cover. The one that Subiworks sells, I don't know, I think it's like 200 bucks or something, but it definitely gives you a better access point to reaching in there and getting to everything. I struggled on hooking up the hose and putting on the brake line feeder that feeds the master cylinder. That was a struggle, probably 20 minutes trying to connect those two, just because it's not a good angle for access. Like, you can't even see what you're trying to do. It's all, you're working in the dark. So the next thing to do is connect the hose to the banjo fitting to the slave cylinder, and we are done other than bleeding the system. Boop, 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 boop. All right, so we got the Subiworks in-tunnel hydraulic conversion in the car now. I think the hardest part was trying to fit up the damn hydraulic cable that goes to the slave cylinder. That was a bitch. And it was a bitch because I used an access panel that wasn't really designed for this conversion. But it's doable, okay? I'm not saying that this access panel is junk. I think it's great. The price point's awesome. If Subiworks could come down on their price, I probably would have got theirs. But yeah, so it worked. I got it to fit. It's working. The only thing I have to do left now is bleed the damn system. So right here, I pretty much just have to take a T to this bitch and boom, we are in business. That's a CSP dual reservoir mount thingamajig, which is pretty nice if your car doesn't come with that setup. I dig it. But yeah, so, you know, if this is your first time checking out any of these videos, thanks for watching and making it this far. If you want to see future content, please subscribe. You'll get a notification when I pump out a new video. I've got some pretty cool stuff coming out. Hopefully the car is going to be running soon. I don't know. We'll see. One step at a time, and we're going to get there. All right, man. Thanks for watching. Peace out.